All right, everyone, before we dive into today's episode, we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Transcend Podcast Studio, our official home of the latest episodes. So if you're in Tampa, you need a podcast space, Transcend is the place to be. It's the city's newest and most premium, perfect for both newcomers and, the seasoned pros. You got to check it out. Book a tour today and see why Transcend is the best in the city. So let's jump right into it. We got a special guest today.
Drum roll.
For our first ever episode on the latest podcast. And we got Pusha Preme in the building, man.
Nice to have you here, man.
Yes, sir.
Now,
for the ones that don't know you, I want to give you the floor opportunity. The floor is yours. I just want you to explain everybody to the community who you are, what you do, and everything like that.
Okay, I go by Pusha Preme, 1/4 of the Wandering Assassin, your favorite mask assassin, always Tampa will win. Billboard P, if you know, you know. Here for the people, by the people, made by the people. Just a creator out here trying to get it, spreading my wings throughout the city and connecting bridges. If you know, you know.
Yeah, see, you heard him from the man himself. So I heard from you all over way back because you probably well tied into the community. You did a lot of local sponsors events. You did, I think it was was it the back to school one?
Yeah, we
time?
just did the back to school over there with Tempest Projects.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you plan on doing more like that? Is that something that you look forward to doing?
Yeah,
in the community?
definitely. The community was really, really a part of it. It was just an opportunity to have all the artists just kind of just pop out. I was inspired by Kendrick's pop-out show, so I was like, you know what? Let me grab every artist from every region in the Tampa Bay area. So St. Pete was in the building, Polk County was in the building, Clearwater, Dade County, West Tampa, North Tampa, everybody from all over, even Sarasota pulled up as well too. So it was a chance to get artists to kind of showcase their talent without they have no ego. Yeah. We did it in a more concert style, so it was one after the next. Everyone did one record. So if you wanted to collab with this person, now you have the opportunity to hear what they're showcasing. And on top of that, it was just to let the community know that sometimes rap music or just music in general gets a bad rap, and they feel people are egotistical or selfish. But no, it was to bring you guys there to get back to the community. So. We were with Bay kids, we collected a bunch of backpacks, some cool looking backpacks too. Backpacks have definitely changed from when I went to school. So big shout outs to them. Tempest Project fully sponsored it. We had some cash donations from a couple of the tattoo shops that's in the area as well too. So it was really, really, really dope, man. So God bless for that.
Yeah, so that's definitely how I heard about you. And I was like, man, I definitely want to bring somebody out here who's actually doing something in the community, you know what I'm saying, talk about it. So I appreciate everything you do. So, but we're going to take it way back, man. We're going to take about, you know what I'm saying, where you from, you know what I'm saying, how it all started from you, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
I'm an open book, so ask me what you got.
So, yeah. So where you really, are you from Tampa? Because I know you're based out of Tampa right now, so tell us your whole backstory on that.
So I'm from New York, from the Bronx, New York. Then I moved to Queens, and from Queens I moved to Tampa.
Okay. So how long you been in Tampa now?
I've been in Tampa since 2015.
Oh yeah, so you pretty much in here now.
Yeah,
you be locked in, so it's just your second home now.
Facts. No, Tampa's home for real.
Yeah,
Tampa will win. It's not just a slogan that I say. It's more of a movement. When I met Pro Major, he was telling me about it. People weren't really buying it. Everyone said Tampa was a crab in the city mentality, but I've never gotten that. You know what I'm saying? From somebody being who OG Tampa people would say is a foreigner.
Yeah.
I've never got that. The only thing that people would be is what's up with the mask or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never gotten hate for repping Tampa. I even have shirts that I made, the Tampa tees, that went well, and people love the fact that I'm big up the city. I think Tampa's the home of second chances. So, someone coming from an environment like New York, especially the Bronx, to come here and seeing this the promised land, you know what I'm saying? You can grow so much here, from food and beverage to having beautiful installations like this. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to deal with snow. We don't have to deal with earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed, so the storms always go over us when we get those storm warnings. Tampa's really a special place, and we have 2 championships, and our sports is killing. Yeah. It's a really great place, man. When you look and think about it.
It's
not
Tampa.
As commercialized as Miami or Atlanta, but would you want that? Would you want 1 hour traffic to get from Bears to downtown? Hell no, you don't. Nobody wants that. But we have all the amenities that those guys have too.
Facts. So I have to ask, man, because a lot of people are probably wondering right now. It's what's up with the mask, man?
Oh my God, yeah, it's okay.
I'm sure you get that ask a lot,
once
probably once a day at least, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen it automatically I thought about MF Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So tell us about your inspiration.
He was a huge inspiration. So I used to be in a rap group. So when I left the rap group, I stumbled on an interview with MF Doom, and our stories were very synonymous. He had a brother, I had a brother. His brother passed away. My brother stopped doing music, so that our career in that aspect kind of like subsided for a little bit. Then from there, I didn't want to have to deal with being like, because I had my child very young, so I wanted to be the rap dad, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want her to be embarrassed. I was like trying to pursue music, but I was like moving back to Tampa and restarting my whole life over. So, that was like a very like humbling time. And I just see like the way that, in the 2015, if, people that they're watching, hip hop kind of changed. Well, media changed. Everyone was kind of like invading your privacy. Like they wanted to know like, what do you eat for breakfast? How do you wash your clothes? And that was way more important than the music. So I never wanted like my personality to kind of trick you into liking my music. It's like my music's my music. If you want to know who I am, everything is in there. So and I just feel like privacy is like a whole important thing. So I love being in Tampa. So if you ask me to go to your birthday party and people know that I'm Pusha Preme, now it's our birthday party. Because now everyone's like, yo, let me rap for you. And people think that I'd be joking, but like ask Tom G, ask Kid Brick, ask Buck Sosa. They get asked every time, like, how can you put me on as if we're like a meal ticket? So I don't want to be anyone's trampoline. Everyone got to get out the mud just like I did.
Yeah, so I got a rumor about that too. I want to ask you personally. Do you really name all your masks?
Yeah. Well, they name themselves. So Jay Brown always killed me for this. He's just like, you're sick in the head. I'm like, no, because it's like it's a spiritual process. Like we hear, me and Katrina, we listen to the albums from top to bottom, and we build it based off that. So I'd be like, it feels like this. So I sketch them out. I have all the original sketches, and then she helps me by buying the materials, and then we just put it together. We take turns. It's like
so it's like all custom, everything.
Yeah, it was one-on-one pieces, what I'm saying?
Wow, that's
because
dope.
like everything that has to do with the album connects with it. So, for this one, for example, like Chainsaw P was one era, right? That was like the Red October era. But then, when my grandma passed, rest in peace, she was really big into pearls. So we kind of like combined those two together. And they kind of like, when we're done with it, Katrina would be like, how do you feel? And I'd be like, her name or his name is. It's a very spiritual process. So, it's like, it's like I get it. I get the comicalness behind it, but it's like it's really real.
No, that's dope because it's actually unique, man. So it's like it's yours. You know what I mean? So you're actually performing with it. So
it's like no different than a pet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a pet is not your child, but people be like, yeah, this is my fur baby. His name is Gio. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same concept.
That's dope. I definitely did. I definitely wanted to know about that. So you did mention Tom G and all them. So I was like, how was that? Like, I wanted to take it back to like, what do you really think about the Tampa music scene, working with all these local artists? I'm not sure exactly how many people you work with, but I definitely know you worked with Tom G with that collab y'all did, and which that song was, I ain't gonna lie, that song was a hit.
Appreciate that, man.
That song was a hit.
Big shout to Tom.
Yeah. Tell me about the music scene in Tampa, working with these local artists, and like, how was that like?
It's good. It's very uplifting. It's still in a process to where we're all getting together for the most part. I think the scene is growing, and that's all we need right now. We just need the growth. People are not being stagnant. People are not cutting corners. We're blessed to have certain artists that pop out, like a Doechii, and then now she has a song with Katy Perry. So anything is really possible. So the fact that people don't have to run out the city to go to another city to start over, or using another city as an excuse for success, that's all I care about. And I feel like everyone's noticing that. Tom just dropped his project. You have more bands that's popping out here. They Hate Change just dropped the Jill as well too. The venues are staying a little bit more consistent now when it comes to acts. They're not picking like the same 5 people to shuffle in the board a little bit. And that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. A lot of people be sleeping on the Tampa music scene. I'm like, we really got a lot of artists like that really got talent out here. It's just some people feel like they just want to sleep on Tampa for some reason. I really don't know, especially across the bridge in St. Pete. You know what I mean? It's St. Pete making a wave. So we, St. Pete and Tampa is kind of like, what I'm saying, sister brothers, like, you know what I mean?
No, facts.
So with that, it's like, I feel like every time when we speak on the Tampa music scene, it's like it really doesn't really get talked about as much, which I wish that all that can change. Really, I really don't want it to change as much.
On certain platforms it gets talked about, but it's like
certain platforms.
It's hard to get spoken on the major stage because
that's exactly what I mean.
we just need more Doechiis, And I say that respectfully. When I say more Doechiis, just individuals where when they do pop from here, they say, yes, my home is Tampa.
Yeah,
and sometimes when they move from here, they be like, oh no, my home's Atlanta, or they switch it up because they've been there longer. That's where they popped from. But a lot of the stories that these artists stem from comes from Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Like their Tampa upbringing, their dealings in Tampa, and things of that nature.
Yeah, because would you say Tampa has its own style of music, like their own sound?
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Tampa's a big melting pot, so the juke music, the traditional cowbell, that's always going to be. We're never going to forget that. Every DJ in Tampa has that set where you're going to hear Rated R, where you're going to hear Act a Fool. Well, sometimes, but even the station plays that as well too. But you're going to hear Tom. You're going to hear Tay-Bay. Like, you're going to hear those records. Those records are going to come out. You know what I'm saying? Even you're going to hear LA to Go as well, too. So, yeah, it definitely does. But it's a melting pot. So, depending on if you're somewhere that's, like, born here or you moved here, you're going to add more to the value of Tampa. And that's what Tampa's about. Even the Ybor it's not, like, one particular type of town.
Yep.
The story of Ybor is you have Colombians, you have some Russians in here. That's why the architect is so different. Just a collaboration of so many different things.
Yeah, I was gonna see. What is kind of your style, because you really do it all, like your creative process. So it's not like you can say like it's Tampa music, like people won't, because you do whole like range of genres, like you know what I mean. You got the vibes. Like tell me about that, like your creative process and like what it's like putting it together, like your song that you have right now.
For me, it's Afro fusion. I'm from West Africa. I'm Sierra Leonean. And I just try to just make like really feel good music with storytelling. That's like my gist. And I still try to like implement like the bar concept, because I love metaphors. I love like trying to paint a picture. So, but to describe it, to answer your question, I would say it's Afro fusion, because we try to like get you moving, get you bopping, but still kind of like give you the story that goes with it.
Because Tampa is all about moving too, dancing. Like you got the cranking, everybody cranking. Everyone loves to dance, man. So it's like that's what I love about your music too, because it's like. It's not just stuck on just one genre, you know what I mean? You got the vibes with it. You got people that want to come out and all that. So, your process is really definitely unique.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And then also, I definitely want to touch on, like, your performance base, man, because you honestly are really kind of different and unique. I seen one of your performances before. You bring, like a live band sometimes.
Yeah, my Wandering Assassins.
A lot of people really just come out there with a mic and just perform, but you actually bring if you haven't seen his shows, man, you got to look online.
Appreciate that.
You definitely, I seen you have your bands, you incorporate, like, real music behind.
Yeah, we have the band, we have the dancers. Now we put a little bit budget into our lighting system as well too, so we're gonna start implementing that as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a team to work with so we can have more of the LED. The thing is just for me, like, I went to go see Childish Gambino, right? How much was those tickets? Those tickets were like 200 and change, right?
Yep.
For me to sit in like 101. So for that 200, for the show that he gave me, is the show that I want to give you guys for half the price. Well, I mean, not even half the price. That's like pennies on the dollar at that point. If you're going to pay $20 to come see me, I have to give you not only a show, but I have to give you the full package. That's why a lot of people like.
So you put it on a show, like
like we practice,
you want to put a whole show.
We watch old footages of shows. We watch everyone's footages on your iPhones. We keep all of that data, and we sit there and we study it. Like, okay, you guys like when we do this song, so we're gonna do this song first. Okay, you guys like Outside being the last song, so Outside will always be the last song until you guys say otherwise. So
do you add like performances, like real live performances in your thing, like? Because I know some people just go up there and just have a mic and just sing, but now you have
no. We have like a full we have a sound guy who does a sound.
Yeah.
For like a couple shows I've been using like the Helicon, so it's like a vocalizer, so I can start like having, because I see me as an instrument when I'm on there, so I have live bands there, but my voice is an instrument as well too. So if I want to like do ad-libs and hit the pedal and have that kind of like, play in the background and I rap on top of that. Like, I just want you guys.
Do you play an instrument yourself?
No, I'm trying. So I got the guitar at home. So shout out to my homegirl Siobhan.
Bro,
Siobhan's teaching me.
Like, I try to pick one up myself, and I cannot get it together, man.
I don't like the way it feels with my fingers, yo.
Yeah, no, me either. I could do the drums, because I kind of got I play rock band back in the day.
Okay. See, I would do drums, but like I have like 4 drum players. So it's like I got Trev, I got Caleb. Now, the other Caleb that does music with me, he plays drums as well, too.
See, drums, that's my style right
everybody
there,
does
man.
drums. So I would love to be on some Anderson .Paak tip, but I got too many drummers, man.
But the guitar, I said, man, no, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right on my hand.
Yo, on
top of that, I'm a lefty, too, so it's like, I got to kind of like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. I really don't understand that. So what else? I definitely want to say, like, what's your experience like working with who you working with now? Like, I know you do collaborations more with, besides Tom G's. Is anyone else you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I've been working with Caleb Music. I work with this girl named Summer Hoop. She just performed that, like, I think it's 98 Rock. I forgot the station's name, so I apologize if I said it wrong.
Yeah.
But if you look up Summer Hoop, she's really dope. She does rock music. Siobhan does like alternative music as well too. Also D4 Keys I've been working with. There's a lot of people. Like for me, it's more so of just like bringing ideas together. I love the creative process of just working with other individuals. So.
Like how's that process like? Do y'all go into a studio together and like come up with like an idea?
Sometimes, man.
I'm not really in the studio. I don't know what.
Okay,
what's going on?
So typically, like, sometimes, like, it's really hard. You see, that collaboration stereotype is with me and producers.
Yeah,
like we get together, we talk about life, we hear references, and then we'll just build it from there. That's how I did the last album with Wild Child. Since then, Wild Child's been my producer. With artists, it's like it's tough, man, because to get the time to sit with them and hear a beat from top to bottom, sometimes our schedules don't align. So I normally call them, tell them the ideas that I have from a marketing point of view, and be like, yo, I got a song like that with Taylor Moon. So I'm like, yo, I got this record. It's like a sexy drill record. I feel like if you do this portion of it with the sample, and I come with the end portion of it, the way our voices are, it's going to synonymously like fit together well. So I that's how I do all my features when I reach out to people.
Yeah.
And then most people just reach out to me and be like, yo, I got an empty beat. Yo, what kind of beats do you like? And stuff like that, which is okay. There's no knocking that one. To create the situation for us to be both there, listen and be like, I got an idea, so do I. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Like,
because everyone has their own style as well. And they kind of like, sometimes some people wants to be like the head, a star of the, the whole verses. So it's like, I always wanted to know like how that process was.
I've
like.
seen it happen before now. I've seen
it?
Caleb like pull up a beat, make a beat in front of it with like 5 people and everybody's guessing it and raps and stuff like that. But for me, it's like the point of my career, with everything I've done so far, I'm trying to make like well, with all intent purposes, I'm trying to make a record like happy. I'm trying to make like generational music to where it's like when I do my song, when you guys do your 2024 hip hop hits of the year, I want my song to be there. You know what I'm saying? I want to make these songs that could be played in weddings, that could be played in movies. Because I've just been making music for so long now. For me, I just kind of want to make like music that kind of like has a brand of itself. You know what I'm saying? I want it to live from time to time. Because when I feel sad or when I'm in a happy mode or when I want to get lit and go to the club, there's certain songs of my own that I listen to,
Yeah, speaking of hits, man, you have an album that streamed over 1 million streams. Like, talk about that album and like what was it? I always want to ask someone like once you seen that 1 million hit, like what was your gut feeling like when you first seen 1 million? Like boom. Like,
so the first one that we did was Hate to Say Goodbye. That one was really good because it was dedicated to my grandmother, and the people that helped propel that was like we had like a listening party, and I had the record on Bandcamp. We pre-sold on Bandcamp, so people was buying it. So we sold about 100 units on Bandcamp. And then for every time that they buy a record, that's 1,500 streams before it even drops.
Really?
So it just pushed it up, and then from there, then it kind of like the algorithms like people like this, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time. So it was like that was like the special moment. The second time with Heroes Eventually Die, with Heroes Eventually Die is that one was more so like it was dope because like I didn't know how people were going to react to like a full Afro album. Especially the way I was taking it from it, because I don't have like a traditional African voice. Like I don't sound like Burna Boy, Redman, stuff like that. So I didn't think being that different was going to be something that people would, kind of like gravitate towards. So it was dope. For me, a moment like that, I'm just happy that like it shows my worth. Like me and Wild Child, we're together on that. It's a joint album. So it's like it's not just me on the headline, it's Wild Child as well too. So for him to tell his family like, yo, I make beats. He's ex-military too. I make beats. I do this and do this, but Mom, I have something here that I've done, you know what I'm saying? So he wants to order his plaque, he can order his plaque, and it shows that. So for me to give like my friends and everybody else like an added accomplishment, it's like dope to me. So, it feels good, but I know there's a lot more work to do,
Yeah, so that would be probably like your biggest moment was when you hit 100?
I think the biggest moment for me was getting the 1 million streams with Outside, the song with Tom G.
Really?
Because that was like we pushed that record like traditionally. So it was like me and Tom, and
the
then
visuals on that is dope, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So when that came out, I was like, oh shit, like, because that's when I first, because I had seen it and I was like, damn, because I heard one of your music before, and then I seen that come out with Tom G. I said, "Oh snap! Let me listen to it." When I first heard it, it was a bop. I was like, "Yeah,
appreciate it."
really
the dope moment was just like Tom was doing his beat submissions for scroll music. So he never seen the plaque in person, so I brought it to him and like seeing him like smile and be like, "Damn, that was dope for me," because like I don't know if he had one prior to that.
Yeah.
But for me to bring that for him and then being somebody that was a fan of him when I used to go to school out here before I moved, it's like dope. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like passing up the torch. Yes. It reminds me of, in the basketball terms, it's like when Olajuwon got Drexler his first ring. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like Drexler been the man for so long. Drexler played Jordan. Drexler been MVP. Drexler been, in the USA. And his first championship came when he played with Olajuwon, who was so much younger than him. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. That was a dope moment for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know the extent of how much I appreciate it, because you know how male and male action and stuff like that. But like that was dope, because then we had a party for it at Hooch and Hive, and that was ill. And then I think the biggest moment for me was the Billboard, because my mom always wanted me to get a degree, but me landing on Billboard, now I got the plaque at the crib. So when we come in, it's just like she's never mentioned school ever again since then.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it used to be like, oh, you went to Mississippi.
That's how moms be though.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I mean?
She's on my case about that. She's like, you went there, you didn't do anything.
They be like, just get it for a backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, just get it.
Backup. Plan B.
Yeah.
Like,
you never know. You
Plan
never know.
For other situations.
Because that takes a lot of time. You know what I mean? Time and money.
Hell
if you do that.
It's more so the money. And then like by the time I went to school, my kid was already like a kid. You know what I'm saying? I had my kid in high school, so it's like I have to go to another state to go to college. Right, and then be away from her, and then support her, and then support the school at the same time. And work study only gives you about $500. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
You ain't gonna be able to work.
Yeah, man. I just, I did everything in my power, but you can never turn the tide that God has for you. You know what I'm saying? If God wants you to go this direction, you're gonna go that direction regardless. That may take you longer to get there to the decision makers, but it's gonna move you over there.
That's exactly. See, that's why I appreciate people that actually take the chance and just stick to what they know, what they feel. Sometimes you got that gut feeling. A lot of people don't really go with their gut feeling. Like they know this is what I need to be doing. Like I don't know if I should do that. And then if you do go that way, you actually got to keep on going, be more consistent with it, because a lot of people lack that consistency. I don't know what it is with it, but I feel like once you get that groove and you actually get that one record, for example, for you, and you see you're getting 1 million streams, that right there pretty much tells you that it's working. Why would I stop? You know what I mean?
And then, before that time came, that's when we got the #1 on iTunes with Adam and Eve with the Afro beat record. So the fact that I was watching people in Ghana put it on their TV shows, the fact that it was on the BET movie, just watching that is just like, holy shit, like it's like really happening. You know what I'm saying? Like music can really take you there. And at the time, I was just had met my investor, so we were just so new to it. It's like this could be overwhelming at times if you don't have a plan. So now it's like I'm more so like the vibes. Like that's why earlier I was like, I want to make it like a happy. Like I need to focus on making these records that not so much like a hit record, but just something that's like generationally appreciated from now until we get old.
Yeah, and that's the thing with you, because it's like the elevation of style. You know what I mean? So it's like I see a lot of artists change up and they see what works and what doesn't work. Do you feel like that's a good thing for artists to do? Yeah, definitely, because end of the day, it's like I do it for my fans. So they kind of convey to what direction I go to, because if I just do what I want to do, that doesn't mean that I have the ultimate say so in what someone likes or not. You know what I'm saying? So I cater towards my crowd. So I use all my analytics as kind of what drives me, but I still have a thin line between my own, personal things that I feel is right. But for the most part, I if it's a particular record that they like, I'm going to stay in that wheelhouse, So do you feel like you have you say your style is Afro fusion, right? Afro fusion, yeah. So that's you're going to stick to that? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Because the thing is, like, I'm African, so like it would behoove me not to introduce you guys to my culture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and we've been doing it for a while now. I think Adam and Eve dropped in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a wave hop. It's just like something I've been doing. And then if you do the homework and you see back, you'll see like, oh yeah, word, yeah, he actually does do it. And you go see it in our bands too. We go start incorporating. Look at this shit. Incorporating the congos more into it. I already have my dancers, so they've been like
hey, you know, we like the African outfits. Can your mom make us one? Like, yeah, my mom can make you guys one. Just
The
I don't want to force
visuals,
the culture on nobody, but if you feel compelled to know who you are as a melanated man, then yeah, I'm here to help you guys 23andMe yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I always say never shy away from who you are, man. You know what I mean? So for you to bring that in, being African is really dope. So with that being said, I was gonna say, so what do you think about you got any upcoming projects you want to talk about?
Yeah, definitely.
You know because I seen you drop. What was your last song that you dropped? It was called
Rude Love.
Rude Love. Okay.
Yeah, and then Like Whoa. So Like Whoa, we re-dropped that one.
Okay.
We had the first time through the Rock Nation distribution, and then I re-dropped it through Symphonic only because like me and Sam are both Symphonic. Not employees, artists, I guess, right? So in my mind, I was just like, it made more sense for that record to be with these people, you know what I'm saying? So, and they've been with me for a minute. Like Symphonic shows me super love. It's just, you know, like I told Jeanette, like I told Randy, it's just that I think we're in a position to where I need to be, you know, I need to compete on like a higher level.
Yeah.
So I can kind of just, you know, so I can just be in those spectrums, and I just feel like certain companies can do that for you. You know, so there's no knock on them. They're a great company. But I just want to be, you know, like I want to be in the league. You know what I'm saying? College is cool, but like, you know, I'm trying to play in the A. So, so that, you know, but now it's like the way the game has changed. That was my old mindset. The way the game has changed, everything's independent anyway. So it doesn't matter who I go with. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of more people are doing independent style more than trying to get screwed over by a label. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
but the thing is, it just comes by just comprehensive reading and not being so, you know, so advantageous to like jumping on whatever just sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to make sense. Like for me, I'm always thinking, I'm forced to think that way because I have kids. So I can't think of the now. I have to be like, okay, how far? Like I can't give you this amount of punts on my publishing because my investor has this amount and then my kids have this amount. Like every song that I have, there's a song that I have on the last album, my daughter's on there. Because the thing is, God forbid, if I die today, they need something to kind of build off of. Like my 401k ain't gonna do enough for them. You know what I'm saying? By the time you bury me and stuff like that, the funeral costs. Like I'm thinking like that far ahead. Because a lot of my peers in New York, they die, they get stuck with a dead body, can't pay the funeral costs, and then debt forever. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. So one thing about me is like I only have to see it happen once. I'm not a deja vu type person. You know what I mean? I learn and I kind of move from there. So I don't want my family having to deal with like any of my decisions in a negative way. I want them to be prosperous, and I want people of Tampa to take what we're doing here, building Tampa, and then create a union so that we can kind of keep it going to where we can have a facility to where artists can perform, shoot a video, practice rehearsal, and it's just as big as the YMCA.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's what I noticed too. It's like it comes with signing with a major record deal. It has its good and it has its bad. You know what I mean? So it's not like some people just want to get put on just to get put on. But at the end of the day, it's like, are you getting put on the right way, correct way? Are they standing behind you? Like you doing all this work. You literally doing everything from ground zero to ground up. Do you really want to give everything to a record label deal? I mean, granted, they could put you, depending on what record label you get on, because, you know, I heard stories that they just, you know, sign you on, but they don't help you out with anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really big in the music industry. It's
and
like,
I can't knock them because, like, if I'm an investor and you want to get signed to me, I don't know you as a person. You know what I'm saying? You're meeting 30-year-old me. I don't know 20 you, 25, 15 you. I don't know your habits, your addictions, your trauma. Taking a big chance. So like, it's like, I'm going to advance to this money in hopes that you're going to bring it back tenfold. Because like money's not free in America. If you spend money, you got to account for that money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I get where they're coming from, you know, but then I can't knock somebody that's been like trapping their whole life and he needs to come up to get out the hood. So it's like, you know, everything is circumstantial. Yeah,
really, when it comes to that, I feel like it's like they know if they do get put on with that situation that they have, is like, all right, this is a big name. And then eventually, let me just, you know, slave for a couple of years. And then once that, I should be good. You know what I mean? That's how you want to look at it. Some people take that chances or not. But I see a lot more often, everyone's going, with social media, how social media is going, everyone wants to just be independent now. You know what I mean? like they social media is popping. Like what? You really don't really need a record label deal.
You don't.
You really don't.
You don't. But the thing is, the reason why you do, right?
They
you know, just coming from somebody that like
it's definitely the connections
I have my LLC
too.
since high school.
Yeah,
it's the connections.
Yep.
You know, the big reason why I'm able to perform on so many platforms is because of just like being in those meetings. You know, just being in the right place at the right time, knowing this person and doing good business with that person. You know, I mean, like less than a year ago, I had my own beer in Zydeco. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did a beer collab with Zydeco, and I was in there with the strawberries. Like, what? Yeah, did I?
Yeah, the whole. Did they put the name on the screen?
We had it on tap.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we had a beer on tap. I'll send you the footage of it. We still have like shirts from and stuff like that.
Did they put it in like in a can, or was this on draft?
It was on draft. So we're gonna do cans, but at the time I didn't know that they were like that process is extra funding, like the can process.
Yeah.
So
was it with a Tampa owned brewery?
Yeah, Zydeco. Yeah.
Zydeco? Okay.
Right there in Billboard.
Yeah, I remember them. They closed down though. I was like, what the fuck?
You know,
bro, like that was a spot for brunch, bro.
What, boy? You know.
Yeah, especially they used to have the parties too on top.
With the affiliates.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
exactly.
how a lot of my music was circulating. Was like, you know, shout out to Joey Franchise, shout out to DJ Mac Made. Shout out to Shizm. They was just like playing like the Adam and Eve record. And they just started catching on like wildfire.
Yeah.
Once I have all those Shazams that was popping up, then King JB was just like, he's like, yo, I'm gonna play this on the new joint of the day.
Yeah, speaking of that, like let's get into that. Like on the nightlife scene, man, like with all these different clubs and venues with the DJs. Like how is that like working with some of the DJs?
It's tough, man, because the DJs like we have our own perspective in our mind as an artist of what a DJ is supposed to do, but then the DJ has their own perspective as well too. So what I started doing now, you know, the thing is, the Dempsey thing was so beautiful because it was like Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, and that's how I presented it. For me, I always, if I ask you to do something, it's going to be in a proposal. You know what I'm saying? I've always been business oriented.
Yeah, to my mom. Have the game plan. So
I'm like, bro, you can push this record, right?
Yep.
I'll give you X amount on the record, on the writing, X amount on the publishing, and X amount on the master. So regardless of what this record does, you're always going to make money. It won't be a waste of your time. Now, we know that these venues have to pay for ASCAP. They all have to pay.
Yep.
Right? It's a license that you have to pay to play somebody's music. So every time you play this and you submit it, you're going to get more money. You know what I'm saying? And then the more money you get, right, now that's going to be on your resume now. It's just like, okay, I do this now. So you can do this with any other artist and you have a track record proof of what you've done. He's just like, yeah, that makes 100% sense to me. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do. So, you know, I'm trying to do that with like every DJ. I hit up Joey Franchise, the same proposal, see Nasty, Shizm, who else? Headbuster. Yeah. I feel like, yo, if you're gonna pump the record for real, I don't mind giving the points up because I'm gonna still make my money off the merch. I'm not tripping off the streams. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if y'all have a local community like circle.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? Y'all can really collab and really take over the nightlife industry because it's really not that big of a nightlife. I feel like it's really not that big compared to like a Miami or something. So it's like you really could work together as a DJ and then all the DJs, let's say all the DJs work together in Tampa, right? And you have a process to where you got all these new upcoming local artists that's coming, and then now the DJs have another source of income coming in from their already gigs. Like, you know, they be having gigs from, you know, like local
But
venues.
the problem is like I think sometimes more so the honesty, like they're not saying, they don't want to say no. I could be wrong. Like you guys can comment below. I could be wrong, but I just feel like they don't want to be honest with the artist because they don't want the artist to be like, fuck you, man, you don't like my shit, you big ass hater. And it's just like, but you have to take that because like that can happen even if I don't even send you my music. I just be like, yo, I'm always in the club, you never play my shit, fuck you. And you, it's gonna happen regardless.
But
you know what I mean?
Would it be different if they're actually part of that track though? That's the thing.
See, that's the difference. Now, if you're part of the track now, the DJ could be like, yo, I don't like that BPM. Like, me and Mac made, we have a song called Money Over Here. Oh, my God. We went back. I think we paid for like 5 sessions to mix this shit down, man. Like, constantly. He don't like the drums. I don't like his voice. He don't like this. I don't like this. It was just like, it was so
That's how it
tedious.
be, though. That's how they be. Like, because I do editing, too. And we work with, like, you know, Flemings or whatever. And we can go back. Yeah. So we work with them. And then, you know, we have to, like, send a draft out of the video before we publish anything. Because before, you know, they got to... I get it because it's their brand on the line. They want to see... They have their brand identity that they want to see before you know, publish it out to everybody. You know what I mean? So we had to send these drafts out. And they're like, oh, we don't like this. Put this like this. You know what I'm saying? And then I get it. and it's a lot to deal with, but it's understandable, especially if they're the one that's actually investing into it, trying to get into it. And I respect it because we're working as a team. You know what I mean? So I feel like if the DJs really do want to work with like a local artist, that comes with it.
That can actually happen. You know what I mean? What's it going to take? We'll see. Yeah. You know, I think the one thing that we don't have enough in Tampa is DJ conferences. So I've been lucky enough to be a part of the Fleet DJs conference. Now we even spoke on the panel as well, too.
I never even heard of that before.
What? The Fleet DJ? They're huge.
Really?
I'm going to get a Fleet DJ to do an interview here.
Really?
Mark that and stamp that.
Let me know, because I definitely want to learn more about that.
Yeah, so, they do these calls. So when we was pushing the record like, whoa, big shout out to Sam. Like we'll be in a call, it'll be like 5 DJs, and they're from like Baltimore, Texas, New Orleans, and stuff like that.
Really?
And they like the record, but yo, make sure you email me. I'll be like, yo, I'll email you, and I do a dub plate. So a dub plate is me saying like, let's say like you're never outside, and I'd be like, Cliff, they never outside, like something like that. So now like when they play it, it could be like, you know what I'm saying, DJ Cliff, you never outside, and you know what I'm saying, bring it back. Because it has to be like, you have to have.
Well, would this be like an event venue, like an event?
No, so they do it over the phone, but every year they do a conference.
Oh, like a
conference.
They'll
rent like a hotel and have all the DJs come out there. They'll do drinks. They'll speak on the panel. They have special guests. Last time they had a great lineup.
So they're just speaking like a whole, like talking about
a whole thing, and they're just talking about the DJ world. They're talking about music. They're talking about how to license your music, the MLC, ASCAP, all that. It's great. Like those conferences are really, really, really dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. Cause
that's a great place to be to meet other
for me,
DJs.
it's like that's my thing. Like I just want to provide artists with the information, so no one feels like, oh, Preme's here because he's Afro. Preme's here because he wears a mask, or Preme's here because he knows people. No. I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be the sacrificial lamb for you guys to learn from, so I can continue building the city that I fuck with. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's not by chance, it's not by luck, it's by hard work and then being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you're not just rapping either. Like you're actually involved in the communities too. Like a lot of rappers really don't care. Like I see it firsthand. They just want to focus on themselves. But you're actually in the community, trying to get back to the community. So I respect that for you, man.
Appreciate that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely want to talk about like if you wanted to like besides music, like you know what I'm saying. What else is your passion? Like you know what I mean. I mean, because I know music is really big. I know what I'm saying.
No, but, it's really just music with my family, man. Like I don't have anything like outside of that. Like I do enjoy sports, like everybody else, sports betting and stuff like that. But you on that sport? You on hard rock? Yeah, man. Hard rock.
I got a good parlay for you, man. I got to tell you about this.
Okay. I got some for you too. Sometimes I be paying some of you jokers, man, and it's not cutting it, man.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more of a for sure. Like I take the safe bets all day, especially if you invest a lot of money into that. Because man, bro, there's been some down times when I was like, you know what? Let me try to take some of these people picks and then be like, it don't ever work. And be like, I could have just went with a safe bet.
Man, I had the Niners. I had Tyreek Hill scoring in the third quarter.
Well, I gotta ask though, are you a Bucks fan though?
Yes,
you are
now. But I am a bandwagon Bucks fan. I will say that. So because when I moved here, I've never lived in a city where the team that I like, I lived there. So I'm a Bulls fan. I've been a Bulls fan since like '93. So I was there when Jordan was killing. I was there when Pippen was killing. I was there when Derrick Rose was there. I was there when Jason Williams got to the accident. I was there when we got Jamal Crawford and got rid of him. I was for all that. I was there for all that. And then I'm a Patriots fan. I stumbled on the Patriots because I never really, like when I watched football, I didn't really like, it wasn't my thing because you live in New York, like where I'm going to play football at, right? So, but I just love those colors, you know what I'm saying? That they have. So then I started watching Drew Bledsoe, Curtis Martin and all them. And then, you know, like I lived in New York, so there's only a couple of games that you could see, but they always showed up when I wanted to watch football. And then from there, when I came to Tampa, the first time I came to Tampa was in 2000 before I left. So when I came, that was around the time when you had the Sean King era, and they got the first championship with Fab. I went to the parade, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with because I was watching, I was rooting, I wanted them to win. You know, even with me being a Patriots fan, like I wanted them to win because I've never been able to go to the game. Like I had never been to Foxborough, you know what I'm saying? So the only closest I've been to when I lived in New York, I went to a Brooklyn game. I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's so to be able to have this opportunity, it's dope because I may not be like the full-fledged paint my face and stuff like that, but my kids be able to. They born here. They get that experience.
You've been here for a while, so that's why you probably say you're a bandwagon. And especially at the
some
stadium.
Some people be like, oh, but you like, I don't know, bro. It's like, people be like, when it comes to liking teams, man, people just be too emotional about it, though. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't I like more than one team? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's favorite player is LeBron, Jordan, or Kobe, but they don't play for none of y'all teams, so I don't get it.
Yeah, it's worse for me because I used to live in Louisiana, and then my family used to live where they're from, Tampa, and they're both in the NFC, so it's like, damn, it's like, you know what I mean. So every time they're the rivals too. It's like
that's crazy.
the Saints and Tampa. It's like I like both teams.
How do you feel about Lil Wayne not performing at the Super Bowl,
bro?
Ooh,
that
spicy
is
topic.
Crazy.
You think it's crazy? Have you seen the last? No offense, Wayne.
I ain't gonna lie.
No offense. Have you seen the last 4 Lil Wayne performances?
You talking about WWE? You seen that one?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I
think that's the reason why they looked at it.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's because he smokes, and you can't smoke at the NFL. Like, you can't smoke. You feel me?
That is true.
And like, I don't know if he has to smoke.
It's just, I feel like the older Wayne is not like how the younger Wayne used to be. Like, some people, the people that want him to be like how he used to, it's just not like how he is anymore.
Because he can perform.
He could perform.
I saw, not there, but typically my family always watched the ball drop. I remember when he performed 6'7" for New Year's. Holy shit.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing. He had his big ass fur coat on. I was like, yo, this nigga is nice.
I seen he just reacted to that. I haven't really listened to it.
But the thing is, like, see, I hate when people were like, it's like, I saw that today before I came here because I was gonna bring it up to you.
I seen it, but I didn't even look at it.
Man, the thing is, like, yes, you're upset by it, but Jay-Z said it in the interview. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna get into the mix of picking the artist based off where the artist lives. I'm not doing that. He said, I don't want to get in between that because that's not fair.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine, like, nah, bro, it's not fair, man. It got to go by relevancy. And the thing, if I'm Wayne, you know what I'm doing? K-Dot, we got like 3 songs together. Put me on. Hang up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't rock. He earned it.
I ain't gonna lie.
He killed Drake. He killed the biggest artist of all time in front of our eyes. In the summer of the Olympics. Like, what? No one was even thinking about the Olympics.
Honestly, I feel like K-Dot, he's going to do what's right. And he's probably going to bring him out for one song.
Yeah.
I think so. Especially since everybody knows Lil Wayne in Louisiana. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all expected it to be. But that's really a touchy subject right there.
Yeah, but also, with Wayne being in the industry, that's a storyline. Yeah. That's a great storyline. Wayne gets snubbed and he popped in the Super Bowl.
Do you feel like it's because Lil Wayne hasn't really released any hit songs as of lately?
Yeah, no, I mean
it could be.
It could be because of the hits, but honestly, it's because right now, when I Google hip hop, Kendrick Lamar is the most relative.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, like, you gotta understand, like, Stan from down the block that's a football fan that only drinks Budweiser, he don't know who the fuck Lil Wayne is. He knows who Kendrick Lamar is. Exactly. He knows that song "They Not Like Us" because his kids are singing it.
Going crazy.
Like, the thing is, like, you have to rightfully, if you're not gonna give it to like legends like on some Dr. Dre, Snoop, because that even was crazy because technically Kendrick got 2, right? That's why I thought it wasn't fair because like Kendrick, you already got yours, but Snoop has been so relevant. Martha Stewart, he has like brand deals. Same thing with Dr. Dre. It's like, and then Eminem too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think it was a fair choice. Had it been Drake, I would have been kind of just like confused. You know what I mean? And I'm a Drake fan. I would have been confused, but
I feel like they're just going with the hot hand, to be honest with you.
You have to, because at the end of the day, I need you to watch the Super Bowl. It's a business, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal.
Man. We can go on about this, man. So with that being said, to wrap it up, bro, what's your final thoughts on, like, if you like to probably who we should interview next and like who you think we should bring out? Because there's a lot of people in Tampa that don't.
I can give you a list of artists.
Yeah, like because you know what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of people don't really get the spotlight or that they deserve. You know what I mean?
I would say Jeanette and Jorge from Symphonic, or I think Buckwheat would be dope to interview because you know him from leaving Wild 94.1 and starting his own podcast platform. I would love to hear his perspective on life now. H
That's
is
a big
actually
move right there,
throwing
too,
a
yeah.
festival right now called Loud on 7th. I would love to get his insight. I feel like he doesn't get interviewed enough, and he should be interviewed. He started the longest running cipher or open mic cipher in Tampa, the longest running. Of course, Tom. You know, I think that that's like a generational talent.
Oh, I would love to have Tom on here. Yeah, for sure.
I would say, Mike Evans. I want to see, like, I want Mike Evans to be on these kind of platforms to where like how do you feel right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly, because this podcast is really going to be an avenue for everything, man. Outside of just music, it's going to be pretty much a platform to really connect with the local community. You know what I mean? We got a large platform.
Facts.
Why not use it to help anybody else tell their stories about what they got going on?
Thank you for having me, man. For real.
Yeah. I know it was kind of last minute. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I mean, the things
it.
that they say, man, you got to stay ready.
And this guy really came out and showed up. So I really appreciate what you do, man. Because you know it's a lot of moving pieces that go into it with your life and everybody else. So that definitely shows dedication on what you do. If y'all haven't heard from him, I mean, y'all definitely got to look him up. You're on pretty much every single platform, right?
Yeah, if you can just Google it and I'm almost guaranteed something positive is going to pull up. I got no scandals, no dirt on my name.
Yeah. So let them know where you can find you at and whatever.
Oh, yeah, Pusha with an A, Preme. I hate spelling it, but it is what it is. On everywhere. Apple Music, we just dropped a few new singles. We have Rule Love, if you guys like Afrobeat, Afrofusion. We have Like Whoa, if you like traditional hip-hop with punchlines and bars. We have Take Me As I Am, there's more omni piano. And then the last project that we dropped, I think is an incredible piece of art. If you want to know my wheelhouse and where I came from and know more about me, I say Before I Say I Do is probably the best bet. It has all the hits from Apple Pie, Adam and Eve, Better Than Yourself, everything that you guys see me perform. So that should give you a good little biopic. That's right good, there.
Man. Well, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Thank you for everything, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Appreciate it, man. Pusha Preme, our first show of the latest podcast, the man himself. So y'all tune in for the next one. Follow the latest podcast. This is going to be the next biggest thing in Tampa, and we out.